Hey guys, and welcome back to Sweaty Buddies.
I'm Isa.
I'm Priscilla.
And today we're going to be going over the ritual.
Yeah.
Yeah. How do you...
That's something that we're going to do. Were you going to ask me how I feel?
Yeah.
I think as we get into it,
I think Priscilla needs a break from
you'll
dark
see
romance.
how I feel. You'll definitely see how I feel. Let me just say, by the end of this book, my head wanted to like fucking come off. I wanted to be decapitated at the end of this book because it was just a bunch of shit. It kept being thrown at you and you were like, what is going on? And I was asleep in bed. I was like, when I was like, I had taken my melatonin.
You were ready.
I was ready to sleep and it's like, oh, all of a sudden, boom, this happens. And I'm like, I couldn't even write a review. I just wrote torture. At the end of it.
So before we like get into this review, I just want to like say a quick like hello to our followers.
Oh, I was gonna be like, do we not?
like a bigger one because we've grown a lot this last week. Yeah. We've kind of tripled or doubled.
Yeah,
almost tripled.
Where we were at.
Yeah, all our followers in all our social medias.
Yeah.
So we just want to say like a big like thank you. Obviously, we like appreciate you guys, all the comments, all the views, all the likes. We hope you guys enjoy our reviews. We try, you know. There's
all the sorry, all the clapbacks.
Yeah.
To the negative comments. Yeah. But the majority
the
of
the haters.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The majority is
shout out to the haters. Shout out to the haters. You guys are getting us more views.
No, but honestly, like our audience, they're just those bitches.
Yeah.
They understand.
Yeah.
They understand. They're baddies.
I'm honestly really happy with the following that we have. Mm-hmm. You guys get it. You guys understand if you guys go through our comments and see our videos when they're ready.
They get it, and that's all that matters. Yeah. That's all that matters. So, you want to jump into the
intro?
Okay.
Let's get
into
it.
Okay, so the book starts out, and it starts out with the main male character. His name is Riot.
Right.
We get introduced to Riot. Riot is it begins his freshman year, and he's going like sophomore, junior, senior through like initiations, basically, and to get into this cult. It's a cult. It's a cult.
He's already in it. He basically has to like.
He needs to become a lord.
Yeah, lord.
That's the cult. And it stands for leader. He's a leader, believes in order, knows when to rule, and is a deity. A deity? Isn't that religious?
Yeah, like a deity? I think it's like a god.
Oh, yeah, totally. You want to hear their oath? Ready? I uphold my duty, for I am a lord. I know no boundaries when it comes to my servitude. I will obey, serve, and dominate.
I'm gonna dominate you.
For my brother, I am a friend. I shall lay my life down for thee or take it. Oh, he turned into Shakespeare. For thee or take it. For we are what others wish to be. We will be held accountable for our actions, for they represent who we truly are. That's it. That's the oath. So, freshman year, his initiation, or like the first step of his initiation, he has to torture some guy to pass. He tortures the guy.
Yeah. Okay. Basically,
completed. The sophomore year initiation, he needs to fight a guy to death. He completes it.
He kills him.
Junior year, he's a bounty hunter all of a sudden, and we get introduced to the other character named Matt. So they have to kill this person in their sleep. He ends up killing the guy, and then Matt wants to do some nasty stuff to the guy's wife. The guy's wife is like knocked out.
She's like sleeping, and he's like,
yeah,
she looks kind of good right now.
But she wakes up and she's like, oh fuck, and she runs, and like Riot hears like ah, and when he turns the corner, she had fallen down the stairs. I don't know. She dies. Yeah. So then he doesn't fuck with Matt after that because Matt is grapey.
Yeah.
He's grapey.
Yeah. And he's like we're trying to get into our initiation thing, whatever. And the rule that they have is that basically like they're freshmen through junior year, they have to be celibate.
Yes.
They can't sleep with anyone.
Very important
rule.
Rule.
They can't sleep with anyone because they're senior year. They don't get that pussy. They're gonna get their chosen pussy.
They're chosen, which we'll get there.
So basically when Matt tried like sleeping with the wife, he was gonna have to lie to everyone because he wasn't supposed to sleep with her. They're supposed to be celibate. So he was like, I don't fuck with you.
He was like, nah, bro, you're fucking
like, I take this serious.
Yeah,
I take this cult serious.
Lord status. I'm not fucking with that.
Yeah, no.
So, senior year, he gets the crest seared onto his chest. It ain't ever that serious, bro.
Nah,
we're not in like we're not. I don't know how to say it. When would they people like cows?
Horses. That's a horses too. Cattle.
Okay, yeah, we're not cows. Okay, so anyways,
we're not cows.
I don't know where I was trying to get there.
We're not cows. Yeah. Basically we're not cows. We're not
cows. Basically we're not cows. At the end of all this, they call him into an office. Yeah. And they're like, listen up. This is gonna be your chosen one. And he looks at the picture and it's this girl and he's like, well, I've seen her around campus, but like she ain't that fine. Yeah. But whatever. And her name is Blakely. Obviously, that's our female main character. Yeah. So her name is Blakely, and then he's like, yeah, that's yours. And he's like, Blakely will be mine. This author loves to add like exclamation marks. Yeah. So when you're reading things, it's like, it's not she's mine. It's she's mine. Or she will be mine. Yeah. So he goes, Blakely Anderson will be mine. And not supposedly, this is what happens in the book. The lords are given a woman. Yeah. For sex. As like a reward of their servitude to this cult.
Their senior year.
Yeah. Yes.
Where they get to do whatever the fuck they want to her for the whole year.
For the whole year.
Because that's not gonna be their wife.
No.
Don't get it confused.
They have a separate one.
They're gonna end up getting a wife. Nah, this is just like your little toy. Yes. This is your little toy. Yeah. Nah, because they're not even the side. That's not even the side at this point. You don't got a wife yet. That's just your little plaything for the year.
Trash.
Yeah. That's my whore.
That's her wench. That's their wench.
My peasant.
It's the peasant. Yeah.
For the year.
Yeah.
You gonna take it.
They it's his chosen. So that's his chosen. So now he knows who is the chosen. So different point of view. We got Blakely's point of view. And she's like getting late to class. You know, it's like the usual like early 2000s movie. Like, oh my God, I'm so late. Oh my God. And she runs into someone, boom, and her books fall everywhere. And she's like, oh my God.
She's like on the floor. She's like trying to pick up the books.
And she looks up
and he's like,
and she's like, hello? And he's looking at her like,
in his head.
He's like, I'm fucking
you. You're mine.
You're mine. These shall be mine. Fucking Shakespeare.
Oh my God.
He's like, oh my God. And he's looking at her up and down and he's like, and this girl's on the floor. She's like, and she says her nipples hard. And so those shits are like, she's like,
deer in headlights.
She's like, oh my God, who is this man? And he's like,
he's fine.
Yeah, and she starts breathing.
And he's feeling this way, even though he said that she wasn't.
She ain't all that.
She ain't all that.
But he's like
you're mine either way.
And yeah, they're like hard, and it says that she starts breathing harder, and it makes her tits bounce. So she's like,
let me not do that right now.
I got this icebox where my heart. He's like, yeah. He's like, I like that. And he tells her, this is what he told us. He's like, there are animals that roam these halls. If you're not careful, one will catch you. I'd be like,
excuse me? Sir, what do you mean by that?
Who? I'd be like, bro,
who's gonna catch me?
Who's an animal?
And he's saying that and she's like,
damn. She's like, you gonna catch me?
What prey are we talking about?
But yeah, he says that, and I would be like, motherfucker, wait, who are you? But she's like, okay, like after she's done dancing, she's like, to help her up, and he looks at her hand, he's like,
peasant,
literally peasant, I'm helping you up, the fuck? And she's like, damn, it's like that. So her boyfriend shows up, and who's her boyfriend?
Matt. Oh, bitch! Of course it was gonna be him. Of course.
Bro, and turns out they were together when that whole shit happened. That he tried graping that girl.
The wife.
Yeah. And Riot tells him, he's like, better keep your bitch on a leash. I'd be like, oh, this motherfucker did not just call me bitch. And on top of that,
he called you prey. He called you prey, basically.
Because there's animals running amok.
Yeah. He called you a peasant because he wasn't going to help you up.
No, he wasn't.
And now he calls you a bitch.
And now he calls me a bitch that needs a leash. Bitch. Like, bitch, I'll show you who the fuck needs a leash.
I'll put you on a leash.
Oh, hell no. You could tell she's not Hispanic.
Yeah.
You could tell she'd be like...
Nah. We don't fuck with that. She'd be
like, mira come mierda. Por favor. No, Riot. Riot con ese nombre. Nah, bro.
That's a really bad name, to be honest.
Yeah, it is. Mira, Riot. You think your cult is bad? You ain't seen bad, motherfucker.
You ain't seen a Hispanic.
You ain't seen a fucking Hispanic woman.
With a chancleta.
Yeah. Woo! Fucking ninja.
If you don't know what a chancleta is, that's a sandal.
Yeah.
Beware.
Whoop your ass,
Beware
Riot.
of the sandal.
Fuck? Calling me a bitch.
The flip flop.
Nah, he got me
Those
fucked
things
up.
are like a fucking frisbee.
Yeah, bro.
They even return.
Like, bro, boomerang. I'll be like, you want to see an animal? I'll show you an animal. So she goes to class. She's like, whatever. That was a weird interaction, but she goes to class. And she's sitting next to her best friend, and they're in class. And her best friend is like, look, like I found this flyer. And like, this is going to be like our first big college party, Blakely. Like, it's called The Ritual. I would already be like, bitch, no. We're not going to no ritual.
Imagine I invite you to.
I'd be like, Isana.
That would be something I would do.
Nah, girl.
I'd be like, let's go.
First of all, it doesn't explain what's on that flyer, but I'm assuming it looks like the cover of the book.
Yeah.
A skull. Probably a skull or something. I'd be like, nah, girl.
Everyone welcomed.
Nah, girl. Everyone? Nah, I don't want to go to that. So, no, and it just gets worse. So, this girl turns around, and she's like, The Ritual? And they're like, yeah, the fuck? Like, who the fuck are you? She's like sitting in front of them, and she's like, apparently if you go, you're gonna get fucked. And her best friend's like, say less. Like,
at the bottom of the flyer, it says BYOP. Bring your own pussy.
Is that a thing?
No, girl. It's for the flyer.
BYOP?
Yeah.
Where did you get that from?
Bring your own beer.
Oh.
Guys.
I'm like, damn, girl, you made that up on the spot?
No.
Just like that? Okay. So, apparently, she tells them that there was this girl that she was with this guy from... What?
Nothing there. Let's continue.
There was this guy that he was a lord, and this girl was his, and she got vowed to this guy, and he tied her up face down, naked. He gagged her. He blindfolded her. He went to class, came back, then fucked her, recorded it, and sent it to her boyfriend, bro. And Blakely's friend is like, I like that.
That's what I want. Not me, her.
What the fuck?
Let me clarify.
I'm like, I don't want that. Who are you going to a party with? Because it ain't going to be me. So she's leaving class, and she sees Riot like by the lockers or whatever. I don't know. I like imagine
against it. Yeah.
He's like,
her locker, probably.
Imagine he's like, oh, this is yours? My bad. So she sees him. Is there even lockers in college? I don't remember.
Not the ones that we went to.
Yeah, I don't remember being any lockers. But whatever. He's leaning against a wall. And she goes up to him and she's like, what did you mean by someone else may choose me? Because he told her that when she fell. Something about someone choosing her. She's like, what do you mean by that? And he's like, ask Matt. The fuck? And then she's like, ah! So she walks away. And her friend goes like, girl, like, Riot is staring at your ass hard. Yeah, he's staring at your ass like he wants to eat it. And she's like, yeah, well, that won't be happening.
And she was over there like...
She was there like... She's like, that won't be happening. Little do you know, girl.
You don't know what's coming your way. You got no idea.
You have no fucking idea.
Bitch, run.
Literally, like, disappear.
Yeah.
Might as well just flee the country at this point.
That's what you would do? Flee the country?
100%. 100% I would flee the country. I wouldn't even... Do you see? It couldn't be me. Because I wouldn't even be part of this ritual bullshit. Yeah. I'll be like, I'm not going to that. No.
No.
No. I'm not going to that. I probably wouldn't be with Matt either, because apparently he didn't dick her down ever in the entire relationship, because he had to be celibate.
Yeah.
No. I'd be like, your dick don't work? Like, what's going on?
She's like, he's waiting for me.
Yeah, he told her that he was waiting for marriage.
Yeah.
Marriage to another bitch.
Yeah.
Okay, so he starts stalking her. Riot starts stalking her, and he's outside her apartment, and he's like in his car, and he sees her like through the apartment, and she's like taking off her clothes to shower. And
what does this man start doing?
He starts jerking off, bro.
You know.
Did Joe Goldberg not do that in you?
Yeah. Yeah. This is like the elevated you.
It's.
If y'all thought you was bad,
yeah.
Y'all got no idea.
No
idea.
Well, he starts like talking to himself in the car out loud. He's like, whatever my girl wants. He's looking at her from below, and then he like, comes and he's like, Blakely. In his car, bro. Imagine you're walking by the car. You hear this man go, Blakely.
And you just see like the front windshield like turns fucking.
Oh no. Oh. Whoa. Whoa. I see anything. My God.
Bro, that's when you start running.
Oh my God.
You start running. Bitch, I need to get to my car.
Oh my God.
Nah, that's what we're not doing.
Like a spider web. So then after all that happens, he's still looking up at her apartment. He's like, soon, Blake, soon. Like, soon I'll fuck you. And he's like, I won't have to use my hand or imagination. I'll have her mouth, pussy, and ass to use. I will fucking own her. I'm gonna own that bitch.
All the holes.
All the holes, bitch. Belly button and all.
Ooh. Make a little sippy cup out of the thing.
He tickled. You know, sometimes when you tickle your belly button, you feel it in your pussy.
Yeah. You kind of contract on the inside.
Yeah, it's weird.
Yeah.
Maybe it's something to try out.
I'm not trying that out. You go ahead and let me know.
Or you could do it yourself. When you know you're getting you just start tickling it. Oh, see how it feels.
Imagine you come from that.
You'll learn a secret.
I don't want to know that secret. Okay.
You could let all the men in the world know so that they could learn how to make women come.
Yeah. Be like, guys, if you can't find the bean, I got you.
Her belly button.
This one is, you can't miss it.
That's the spot.
But what if you got an outie?
You could poke it. You could poke it back in.
I'm sure it's tight. Let's go in there.
You put the outie in.
Just apply extra pressure.
Yeah. Just okay.
Yeah, let's continue.
Yeah. So it's party night. It's party night. It's the ritual. Woo! And they pull up to the gate and tell me how there's two men in fucking cloaks.
Nah.
And masks.
That's when I go back to my car. I'd be like, you turn. Let's go.
I'd be like, nah, bro. Something's weird.
Nah.
It's not Halloween and these motherfuckers are dressing up. That's weird.
With like the pointy tip.
Yeah,
all
bro.
black.
The fucking, what's it called? The Grim Reaper.
Yeah.
Nah. Bro, even the DJ's wearing it.
Yeah.
He's like, chugga. The fucking mask and
he's
the
like,
cloak.
scream.
Nah, that's red flag number 1.
Yeah.
That's red flag number 1. Then they walk in and they ask them for their phone, their ID, and their wallet.
Yeah.
That's red flag number 2.
Do they take their keys?
And their keys, yeah. Their keys.
Everything.
Like, you don't want me to go anywhere?
You ain't going nowhere. Once you win, you ain't getting out.
Yeah, bro. That immediately no. So she gets drunk and she runs into Matt, and Matt is with another girl. She sees Matt with another girl and she's like, who's this bitch? And the girl, the bitch, goes like, who's this? And Blakely's friend goes like, that's his girlfriend. And Matt is like, I ain't got no girlfriend. You know, I'd be like, motherfucker.
Oh, that's when you get. That's it. You're single.
Nah, I will go to jail.
I would go fuck someone else.
My psycho will come out. So she throws a drink in his face. Good, as she should. She should have slapped him too.
Bitch.
But she throws a drink in his face. And she goes back to drinking and partying. And she's like, yeah, woo. She ends up going into a random room, and of course
she goes into the random room.
Of course, she goes into a random room, and she's like, "Oh, I don't know why she's going into the random room either. Like, she doesn't even have to pee. She doesn't have to pee. She just goes into a random room. I don't know
She's like,
why.
let me be nosy.
Yeah, let me explore this house.
Yeah.
And someone follows her. Someone follows her into the room.
Of course.
Yeah.
Of course.
And of course, we know it's Riot.
Yeah. Who else would it be?
It's Riot. So Riot follows her into the room, and she ends up going into his room, and he's like, "Look at that! She's even going into my room.
Like she knows. She knows she's mine.
Low key, she knows. She knows." And she's looking at him. She turns around, and he's already there, like. Shh. He says, "Okay, baby,
it's me.
It's me.
Your predator.
You just don't know it yet.
It's me."
And then she's looking at him like, I'm about to fuck the shit out of him, bro. She's like, fuck Matt. So
and she already drunk.
Yeah. So he locks the door.
Yeah.
I would be like,
as soon as you hear
the like, oh, what did I just hear? I'd be like, is there any other escape route? Cause nah, bro, you can't.
I'm jumping off the fucking window.
No, he blindfolds her.
Yeah. First of all, how do you even allow that?
He ties her arms and her legs, bitch. You don't know this man. This man is wearing a cloak and a mask. I mean, the mask, okay. But the cloak would throw me off. The cloak, I would be like, what's with the cloak?
You think, what are they wearing under that?
Imagine nothing. I'd be like, what's going on here?
Oh my God.
I'd be like, everything I'm okay with, but this is weird. This is weird.
I ain't fucking with this.
Nah. Oh, and then he grabs her by the hair. He's like, and she's like, oh my God, my pussy's throbbing. She literally goes like, my pussy's throbbing. So he throws her on the bed. He snatches her underwear real quick. Mine. He hides it in his cloak like somewhere, bro.
He's like Caleb.
Yeah, just like Caleb.
Where the fuck did he put that shit? Imagine he puts it here, then you just see it drop to the floor.
Oh no, bro! It's an abyss. He goes, fucking magic trick. I'd be like, damn, how you do that? I'd be like, wait. I'd be there tied. I'd be like, pause.
How'd you do that?
That was good. Okay, so. He snatches it and then he starts eating her out and he asks like, have you been fucked before? And she's like, no. He's like, fuck yes.
Like a virgin. Oh, I caught me a virgin.
Caught me a virgin. And then like he starts biting her thighs.
Yeah.
And he's like, I want to scar her.
Not I want to claim her.
No, I want to scar her.
Yeah, no.
He wants to scar her. If they're biting your thigh to the point that like you're bleeding, like for the point to it to like scar.
Yeah.
Did I say that right? That didn't sound right. For it to scar, sir. What? I don't want you marking my body.
Not like that.
No. Like what, bitch? You're like not like that.
With something else.
Like what? To scar?
No, that's a scar.
Oh, I was like,
you said mark.
No, yeah, but like he wants to scar her.
No,
like,
no.
He wants that on her forever.
No, I'm good.
Yeah,
no.
Yeah, me too. Okay, so she wakes up in her apartment, and she has bite marks all along her thighs, bro. This guy went to town. He's like,
I'm a fucking hamster. It's like a fucking chicken wing.
Yeah, I'm hungry tonight.
Oh my God.
He did eat her out.
Yeah.
He had dinner and that was
dessert.
Yeah. Some skin cells. And her mom calls her, arguing with her. She's like, what's going on with Matt? What happened? Why did you guys break up? And she's like, no, like he's cheating on me. And she's like, no matter what, you're still marrying Matt.
Yeah.
Because they're arranged. And something that I don't think we mentioned, the Lords have arranged. Yeah, we did.
Yeah.
They have arranged marriages. So they have like future wives.
Yeah.
And they already know that that's going to be their wives. So she runs into Matt at school. And she's like, I didn't see you again last night, right? And he's like,
because the guy that she was in the room with was wearing the cloak and the mask
the whole time.
So like
his tongue was through the little hole. Through the little hole in the mask.
How the fuck was he even biting her?
That's true.
He probably lifted it up a little bit.
Yeah, he's like, but I want you to see me. I don't want you to see me.
And she's probably looking at those lips like, And in her head, she's like, I know those are not Matt's lips, but it's okay.
Yeah, but she's trying to act stupid.
Yeah.
So she's like, but did I see you again last night? And he's like, what the fuck is that supposed to mean? And she's like, oh, sorry, I just realized you weren't the guy I fucked last night. And he loses his shit. He's like, they took her virginity from me, motherfucker. So he starts getting mad and he like grabs her and she's like, Matt, like you're hurting me. And Riot shows up and he's like, there's a problem? Is there a problem here?
Oh my God.
He's like, is there a problem here? And Matt's like, and Matt leaves. He leaves with his other girlfriend because his other girlfriend is waiting for him.
Yeah.
So I leave. And Riot goes like, I told you he's over you. Mind you, he said that to her last night.
Yeah.
when he was going down
Yeah,
on her.
yeah,
He
yeah.
told her, like, forget about Matt. He's over you.
Yeah.
And he tells her that again.
So
And
then
she's like,
obviously she's like,
oh.
I know who the fuck I was with last night.
She's like, oh, fuck, I fucked him. And he's like, and guess what? Last night was just the beginning. I'd be like, that sounds like a threat.
What does that mean exactly?
I'd be like, what do you mean? What do you mean exactly? You wear your little cloak, like
With mask
with the mask
and the teeth and the scars.
Yeah, bro. I'd be like, you owe me money at this point.
And and tying me up
And tying me up
and blindfolding me,
biting me, like all this shit. You really had to do all that riot. But anyways, and he goes like, oh, because she starts avoiding him because she gets weirded out, of course. And he's like, the way she avoids me tells me exactly what I need to know. She thinks about me. Oh yeah, that's totally why she's avoiding you,
bro. I love that. That's like the Lulu
to the max. Yeah. And then he goes like, I wanted her to know it was me. I did that to her. Oh, and the author added an exclamation mark, so it's, I wanted her to know it was me. I did that to her. Psycho, bro. Do you scream in your own head sometimes?
Yeah.
Like, what the fuck?
Yeah.
She's mine. I love this book. I don't scream in my head.
No? I mean, not like...
I just think to myself like, bro.
Or like, you're like, fuck. And you like, your head, you're like, fuck.
Well, if I feel like screaming it out, I'll probably like mouth it. Like...
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
But like in my head, no.
I don't think I hear it loud.
You can't.
You know what I mean? Like,
you can't hear it in your head.
It's like a there's like an echo. It's like but in my head it's like a fuck. Fuck.
So, okay, so she's in the library. She's in the library studying because, she needs to study, the fuck. And he takes a picture of her in the library and he sends it to her. And she's looking around like, nah, fuck this shit.
I got a secret admirer.
Nah, I'll be out real quick. So she gets up to leave and he snatches the books out of her. I'd be like, sir, I was reading that.
I need to study.
He snatches that shit. He goes,
that shit. Poof, you don't even see it.
Makes a whole mess. No, into the abyss again.
You look over there, the book's gone. How'd you do that? Wait, hold on, pause. How'd you do that?
This man's a magician. He just be snatching
everything's
shit.
disappearing.
Poof,
He's like, you gonna disappear too? He's like, just wait on it. Just wait on it.
He's like, it's just the beginning.
He's like, wait until I get you. They never gonna see you again.
Oh my god.
Oh my god.
I would call the police.
He's like, next time I tell you up, you're not leaving.
You'd have to switch it up on him. You'd be like, listen, motherfucker, you don't ever tie me up again, I swear to you. Or you need to act crazy. Be like, yes, baby, tie me up. Tie me up right now. I want it right now.
Reverse psychology.
Yeah,
reverse
he'd be
psychology.
like, wait.
Be like, nah, I don't know about that.
Yeah, he's like, I don't want her anymore.
Nah. I need submissive.
Yeah.
Like,
I need her to be like, no.
Yeah.
No. Okay.
Where do you keep the handcuffs?
Where? No. Reminds me of Credence. No. Lock the door. No. Help me. So he like traps her against the bookshelf while she's still bewildered about where her books are.
Yeah.
And he's like, I can still taste you.
Her pussy, to be exact.
Yeah. He's like, I can still taste you. And he's like, oh, she's like, okay, whatever. And he walks away. After that.
Yeah.
And
This is
like,
where
okay.
it starts getting. You thought it was already crazy.
Yeah.
This is when it gets
starts
real
getting
crazy.
So she gets back to her apartment, and on her bed is a little box, and in the box there's a vial. She ends up drinking it.
Why? Don't ask me. Don't ask me because no, I would not. I wouldn't take it. I wouldn't take it.
She drinks it like a shot, and she goes to sleep. She's like, oh. Well, of course, this motherfucker comes in the middle of the night, like a creep. He comes in and he starts using a finger, and he leaves her a little card when he finishes, and she finishes. He leaves her a little card, it's like a Lord card, and it has an address behind it. And this is the address to the ceremony, bitch.
That's it. That
is
the ritual.
This is the ritual. And the bitch,
not the party. Not like the party. This is like.
That's the ritual.
Yeah.
And the bitch goes to the ritual.
Yeah, of course she does.
She goes to the ritual.
She's like, let me just see what it's about.
She's like, I'm a little interested in like his magic skills. Oh. She goes, and this is her reasoning. She says she needs something new in her life. There's many things you could do to bring something new in her life. You could get a new boyfriend,
learn new language,
anything.
Go traveling,
get a new hobby, pick up painting,
go to the store, go shopping.
She wants to go to a cult ceremony. So she goes. And the ritual takes place in a church. That's disrespectful. But anyways, she gets there, and this motherfucker immediately handcuffs her. Yeah. And he takes her to, they have a tub where they do the baptism. Oh. And it's supposedly to, like, cleanse them of their past boyfriends. So he goes, he dunks her in. You know how they baptize you. He dunks her in. And
another drowning.
Yeah, they say the whole vow shit. He's like, repeat after me. I vow, you vow, we vow. All right, then we fuck. And then he pulls her underwear down immediately. Yeah. Mind you, there's other people there. There's other guys in cloaks again.
She like looks out into like the audience,
and they're all like,
the rows, and it's like a whole bunch of like cloaks, and then a whole bunch of girls.
Girls are butt ass naked. Bro, wet too. I mean, like, yeah, they dunked me in there too, bitch.
No, actually, didn't they go first?
Yeah, they did.
Yeah, they did.
They went first. So then immediately he like pulls it out and makes her suck a dick.
Yeah. He's like I could take it, but I ain't gonna do that right now.
But he's like, nobody's gonna see my blinky.
He's like, that's for my eyes only.
That's for me only. Nah. So instead, because I think they need to claim them there.
Yeah, they need to claim them. Yeah.
But he's like,
they give him the choice.
Yeah. He's like, you're just gonna get a dick sucking.
Yeah.
I was gonna say duck sucking. A dick sucking. And then when they finish and he takes her outside behind the church, and he like picks her up against the wall, and he's like, I'm gonna fuck you right here, right now. Mind you, she's a virgin. And then he goes like, that ass is mine, that mouth is mine, that cunt is mine, you're fucking mine! Exclamation mark. Like,
you're mine!
I'd be like, the fuck I am. Whoa! Oh no, I'm handcuffed.
But you ain't going nowhere.
I ain't going nowhere, I'm getting fucked.
And you already sucked it, like...
If I'm a virgin, I don't want to be fucked up against a church for my first time, bro.
Against the wall.
I'd be like, Jesus. I'm sorry, Jesus.
It wasn't my choice. I was handcuffed, okay?
It wasn't me.
When you die, you go to heaven. So they pull up your book. So I saw that on this day, when you were in college,
I'd be like, yes.
You went. You joined something called the ritual.
Against my will.
And I noticed that you were in my house. And you got fucked against the wall. What is this?
I'd be like, play it back. I was handcuffed and fucked against the wall.
And then they're like, Judas, bring the teeth.
Satan. Come out here. Take this wench. I'd be like,
oh my god.
Okay. No, yeah. I'd be like, first of all, I was handcuffed. Your Honor.
Your Honor.
Your Honor. I was handcuffed.
Daddy.
Number 2.
Is he dad? He's like God. You get me? He's
God, daddy. He's like, oh my god. I think we need to move on.
Yeah, this is gonna get really bad. Guys, I drank a little bit.
Okay.
Yeah, let's move on.
Okay,
let's move on before this gets really bad.
So he takes off. Oh, the underwear reappears.
Yeah.
Where he took it off, it reappears, and he's like, "Open your damn mouth!" And he shoves it in her mouth. He shoves the underwear mouth, and then he fucks her, and he pulls out last minute. He puts her on the floor, and he jizzes on her face. Oh, mind you, her wrists are bleeding because of the handcuffs. Yeah, that's more evidence for God. I mean, like, it's literally bleeding, motherfucker.
And the handcuffs, I clearly didn't want them.
Obviously, I didn't want them.
I didn't have no choice. So.
He was like, I saw inside your mind, you whore.
You wanted that shit.
You wanted it.
Don't lie.
So he takes her back to his place. And I wrote down that his sheets are black. I had to write that down.
Yeah.
Because that's a red flag to me.
Yeah.
If your sheets are black, why? I think his sheets were black. His curtains were black. The entire fucking room was black. I'd be like,
walking. You sure you ain't a vampire?
I'd be like, nah, bro. That's a red flag. Just like when they got like, navy colored sheets. That's a red flag.
Navy.
Mm.
My boyfriends are gray.
Oh, okay, that's good. That's good. That's passable. That's passable. But like black or navy, bro.
Nah.
It's giving like you're trying to be too masculine. You know?
Yeah.
He's like, yeah, I got black sheets.
This is like a man's room.
And you can see like everything on black. It probably got cum marks everywhere, bro.
You see like white.
Oh, it's like crispy.
Ew.
Crusty, my man. Not crispy.
Both.
Yeah, bro. You move the sheets and it goes.
Oh my god. Wait until he takes that ass.
Oh my god. What's gonna come out of the ass?
I don't know. But on black sheets?
Ass juice. You know how dogs get ass juice sometimes? You know what I mean? And
No.
it starts smelling really bad.
No. You mean like a fart?
No, it's like ass juice.
No.
And the vet needs to like empty out their anal glands. And that's what comes out.
I didn't know that.
Now you know. You need to do it to your dog.
No, I'm okay.
Get a glove and...
I'm not extracting anything.
They tell you to put 2 fingers, like...
You do this?
Like, no.
Okay.
But this is what I've heard.
This is what I heard. Yeah.
It's like the booty hole, and you get your 2 fingers, and you squeeze, and it comes out. I'm gonna show you after this.
Guys, no comment.
There's a video.
Let's move on.
So yeah, he got black sheets. And he starts. She's still handcuffed, by the way. He starts slapping her titties, bro. And then he pinches them. He pinches them, twists them, and yanks her towards him. Bro,
That shit hurts. That shit has to hurt.
this bitch has been like through so much at this point.
No.
He chains her to the foot of the bed. He crosses her arms, so she's like this. She's chained to the foot of the bed. She's like this.
Mm-hmm.
She has her underwear in her mouth. He tapes
the
the underwear.
He tapes her
in
mouth.
her mouth. He eats her ass. Mind you, she's a virgin. She got no experience in this.
Yeah.
And then he leaves her there.
And she's remembering that other time.
That
That when they were in class.
the girl that she's like, you're gonna get fucked.
Yeah.
Fucked.
Remember what happened to the guy? Guy.
She got left there.
There.
And he went
And
to
then he
class.
fucked her.
And then he came back and fucked and recorded it. She's like, bro, this girl has been through more shit than like anyone than Katniss Everdeen, than the Hunger Games.
My lip gloss. Let me see if I can find my lip gloss.
Ma'am, excuse me? What do you think this is?
I had some. I fucking ate all of it.
Okay, that's okay. You reply and I'll. Okay, so he leaves her and he goes back to church, and Riot is like, oh, like, where's your girl? And he's like, she's in the trunk of my car. Bro, what the fuck is this?
Would you rather be in the trunk? I'd rather be in the black sheets.
I'd rather be in the black sheets. The dirty black sheets, yeah. I don't want to be.
Would you rather?
No, and then they're watching.
I think
Matt.
everyone's singing the black sheets.
Yeah, of course. They're watching Matt do the ritual, and they're like, Gunner and Riot are like, bro, look at this motherfucker, bro. Just watch this motherfucker. And like he grabs the girl's hand, he goes, and they're like, the girls underneath like, help me, and they're like, is he gonna let her out? Like, he's just holding her there like.
That man's a sadist. That man is literally a sadist.
He's holding.
And is that he's counting?
He's like 1, 2, until my favorite number. he lets her out. But she's like, she's like, bro, what the fuck? What the fuck? I'd be like, what the fuck? I'd be like, I go back. I don't want it.
I don't want it anymore.
So he goes back to Blakely, and she's asleep, and he wakes her up, of course, by fucking
her.
Yeah. And then, he lets her go.
Mm-hmm.
She's free for now. And she sees Riot in school. And he's talking to some girl. And she's like, who is that bitch? The fuck? And Matt comes out of nowhere. And he's like, you know who she is? That's his future wife. She's like, what you mean? And he's like, we have arranged marriages.
Yeah.
And he's
you
like,
thought that was going to be you.
You thought. And he's like,
just Like how you're gonna be my wife.
Yeah.
She's gonna be his.
No, he literally goes like, "You're gonna be my whore."
Yeah.
And he's like, he starts like telling her like, "I'm gonna tie you in my basement, and you're not gonna see the light of day." And he like licks her face and walks away.
Who would you rather have?
Riot.
Riot. Me too.
I do not. That man is psycho.
Yeah.
And grapey.
Yeah.
So Riot sees her, and she like storms off, and he's like, "Blakely, what's wrong? What's wrong, Blakely?" And he chases after her, and she's crying. She ends up leaving. Like, he ends up catching up to her, and she's like, "No, like, fuck you." She walks away, and he's like, "Bro, what happened? Like, why is she so mad?" So, she's mad at all the men in the world, which, when are we not? She's mad at all the men in the world. So she texts her bestie, Sarah, and she's like, "We're gonna go to the club, and we're gonna shake some ass." Which is it's the solution to everything.
Mm-hmm. Always.
And she goes in her whole fit in something, like, very provocative. Like that.
This would be my fit.
Without the blazer. And then, of course, Riot follows them. And he's like watching them, and she ends up like going out to the floor, and she starts grinding against someone, and of course it's Riot.
Yeah, of course it is.
It's Riot. And then
she like feels something hard. She's like, "Wait, I know this."
Yeah, and he's like, "Yeah, baby." Yeah. He's like a little creep from behind, but she likes it.
Always. Yeah, it's always a creep from behind.
It's always, bro, always. And you think this man fine, you turn around, this man is like in your face, like, and you're like, back the fuck off, get your dick off my lower back. Because
it's not even
in
the booty
where
cheeks.
It's supposed to be.
Yeah.
It's on your back.
Yeah.
Because we're pretty short.
Yeah.
Usually they're taller. I hope so.
In Miami, good luck.
I hope so. Okay, so he takes her to the car. He handcuffs her again, and he with the finger again. And he takes her to the apartment, and he tells her he'll take off the handcuffs if she tells him why she's mad at him. So she ends up telling him what Matt told her, everything. Oh, and I forgot. Before that, he starts like spanking her with his belt, and he like puts her undies down, and with the belt he starts slapping her cooch.
That has to hurt, bro. Yeah. That has to hurt.
Yeah, so of course she tells him what was wrong. And she tells him, like, Matt told me that you have a future wife, and that he's going to lock me up and make me his whore, and I'm never going to see the sun again. And he's like, whoa. Like, he's like, I'm bad, but like
that sounds pretty bad.
That's a little a little dark.
He's like, I would never.
Yeah,
I would never do that.
I would never do that.
I'll lock you up, but not in the basement with no light.
No, you're gonna be with me,
baby. I would not do that. You're gonna see the sunlight. I promise.
You're gonna see the sunlight. Yes. And then she falls asleep, and she starts having a dream about her like getting raped. This is where it got weird to me. So I think in her dream it was that like she was running down a trail, and this man came out of nowhere with like out of the woods, and he's like, "Fuck you, bitch!" Like he hits her or something, and he starts like fucking her.
Yeah.
And then it's revealed that she has these fantasies, these like grape fantasies. And then there's like a flashback to her telling Matt about it, and Matt was like,
"Yeah." Matt was like, "What the fuck?" He's like, who thinks that? Who wants that?
Who is okay with grape? Yeah, but he's like, you're weird. But whatever.
He's like, I would never.
Yeah,
Me?
I'm a God-fearing Christian man.
I'm a deity. I'm a deity, bitch. I would never.
No. So then, Riot is like, oh, it's okay, like, you tell me what you want and I'll do it. So what does he do? He does it.
Oh my god.
He wakes her up again. He like, oh no, before then, he finds Matt. He finds Matt, and Matt's in the gym, and he grabs a dumbbell and fucking against Matt's head.
I don't know how the fuck he didn't die.
I don't know how he didn't die either.
I don't know how he didn't
die. It was like a 30-pound dumbbell too.
Yeah.
So then she's asleep. He shows up. She's woken up by him hog-tying her. Hog-tying, like...
That's where your arms...
Behind your back.
And your legs.
And your back.
All tied up together.
Together.
In like one little bunch of... garlic cloves.
Yeah.
That's kind of what it looks like.
Literally, you're like on your stomach and your limbs are up in the air.
You look like a little onion.
He shoves her underwear again into her mouth.
Yeah.
I'd be like, this motherfucker shoves my underwear one more time.
At least he's not ripping them. At least he's not ripping them.
No,
You get them back.
Yeah.
You get them back.
Sometimes.
Yeah.
Because sometimes he takes them.
Yeah.
They disappear. So he puts it in her mouth. He tapes it. He puts a bag over her head, and like puts her in his car.
That's suffocation, sir.
That is, yeah.
I don't know how the fuck she lived. You would die.
Maybe he cut a little hole.
Maybe 2 little holes in the nostrils.
2 little hole, yeah.
So I'll give you some air.
Just a little bit. Well, we get into breath play later on.
Yeah, we do.
So he takes her to his to his place, and he ties her up in like starfish position. So she's like this, with her limbs like outstretched,
and then her legs.
Yeah.
Also.
Oh, we were talking about the underwear. He cuts everything off of her.
Scissors.
So those clothes are gone. No knife.
Oh, knife.
He cuts everything off of her. You couldn't take them off.
No, that's it. No salvaging, nothing.
No.
He already tied you up though. He's like, fuck. Once you're already tied up, you can't take the clothes off.
That's true. He's like, fuck, I don't want to like untie her. Like, it's gonna lose its its impact if I untie her. Her hands are turning blue. That's how hard he tied it. Well, obviously, like, they fuck. Girl wakes up with a UTI. With a UTI. She says it burns when she pees.
Because he's not letting her pee. He just leaves her there.
Just leaves her there, bro.
Like, dude, no aftercare. That's not gentlemanlike.
No.
At least clean me.
Or at least get her antibiotics. I hope he gets her antibiotics. So, Riot goes on an assignment with Matt. And they need to kill a guy in prison. Well, long things. How do you say it? Long story short. Long story short. Matt tries to kill Riot in prison by hiring this guy. It doesn't work. So Riot is like, oh, you want to try to do that shit with me? All right. Riot ends up buying a marriage with Blakely.
Mm-hmm.
So he buys Matt out of the marriage. And then Blakely's dad is like, all right, like, he's like, honestly, like, I don't want to take the money. So he doesn't end up taking the money. That's stupid as fuck. Because this man offered $500,000 for her. For pussy. That's what we were saying last episode, bro. It's all about pussy.
Yeah. Always.
Always.
But that's not even bro code because they ain't friends.
No.
They hate each other.
Yeah, they
so
hate each other.
I would understand. I would understand why.
Yeah. So the Blakely's dad just tells Riot, if you ask her and she accepts, that's all I need. And acting like a good father. But he's not. He's not a good father.
He's a piece of shit.
Because you're selling your daughter. But anyways, he goes back to her. They fuck. And while fucking her, this is where it starts. He starts like suffocating her. So he covers her nose and her mouth. And while she's like suffocating, he's like, marry me. I'd be like, I can't breathe because the blood is rushing. I can't comprehend anything. It's like rushing to my head. How do you want me to
answer, sir?
Yes, and he's like, oh, you could breathe after you come for me.
And then you're gonna say yes.
What if it takes forever to come? Am I dead?
He must be really good at it.
Let's go with that. She doesn't die, so.
Yeah, clearly.
Yeah, well, she comes. Yeah. She comes and he puts an engagement ring on her finger while she's asleep.
How romantic.
And while she's asleep, he's like, if you ever try to run from me, I'm gonna find you.
I'm gonna catch you. From the beginning. Well, he said in the beginning. He's a predator. She's a prey.
Yeah, some animals gonna find you.
Yeah.
Well, he's like, I'm gonna find you if you try to run from me. Good night. Love you. Love you.
Future wife?
Yeah. And then, I think she wakes up and she notices the ring in her hand. And she's like, well, you were for real? And he's like, yeah, I was for real. The fuck? And somehow she's okay with it.
Yeah.
She's okay with it.
Deep down, that's what she wanted.
Yeah, that's exactly what she wanted.
Bro, after fucking Matt was gonna lock her, tie her up.
Yeah.
Keep her in the basement with no sunlight. I would fucking marry anyone.
Me too, honestly. Mm-hmm.
Anyone.
I would marry Donald Trump. If it was Matt or Donald Trump, honestly, I would rather die.
I think I'm gonna be in the basement.
Be fucking tortured. not see the light of day.
Oh
my god. Okay, so
there's some way you could always persuade a man with a pussy. Always.
Matt though,
probably not. He'll probably just take it. To be honest.
Yeah, he's gonna take it 100%.
But then when you get pregnant, he's gonna have to let you see the sunlight.
You see, if you get Donald Trump's baby, bro, that baby will be set for life.
That is true.
For life.
For life.
He'll be famous. Like, it'll just look like daddy a little.
Ain't no way. Ain't no way I'm sleeping with that. There's no way. Like, I'm sorry.
If he pays you $1 million,
like, bitch, when I get out of the bed, I'm gonna be filled with suntan fucking spray.
His sheets are probably orange.
He probably got black sheets because he needs them
to camouflage, to hide the stains.
I'm okay.
You see what I'm saying? It's a red flag.
No,
it's a red flag. No. If you have black sheets, get rid of them. Okay, so he asked her, he's like, do you want me to chase you? And she's like, yeah. So this is what they end up doing. She ends up booking a flight on her father's private jet because her dad got a private jet. They got money. And of course he follows because he's tracking her phone. He installed cameras in her apartment. Yeah. It's giving Lincoln. From wrong. I think he's a
little crazier than Lincoln.
A little bit, yeah.
A little bit.
He ends up like going on the plane and he tells the flight attendant like, oh,
put this in the champagne.
And give her the champagne.
Yeah.
And the flight attendant does it and she comes back
and of course she gets fucking roofied.
Yeah. And then he tells the flight attendant, you're fired. He's like, you let her be drugged, you're fucking fired, bitch. Like, and she's like, first of all, I'd be like, who are you?
Girl code?
Nah.
Was not present.
Bro, she saw him put that shit in her drink. And she was like, okay, so I think she gets back to the hotel. And of course he shows up. And she's like, oh my god, what are you doing here? And he's like, I'm here to fuck you, baby. So this is what happens. They're like in the bathroom counter. And he like bends her over the counter. And he starts like tickling her booty hole. And she's like, wait. She's like, I told you already. I don't want nothing up my ass. And he's like, I promise you gonna like it. He's like, I promise. He's like, have I done anything that you haven't enjoyed? And she's like, no. And he's like, I promise you're gonna like this. So
that's what they all say. The promises. All the promises. I would never hurt you. I promise.
Oh, yeah.
I promise you.
When they lose themselves, they forget about the promise. They forget about it real quick.
I would never hurt you.
So. Oh, no, wait. No. Before all this happened, before the hotel room, he drugs her. And while she's asleep, he puts the butt plug in her ass.
Oh, yeah.
I forgot about that.
He has to start training it.
Yeah, while she's unconscious. So she wakes up and she's like, what's in my ass?
She feels like she got like a turd back there.
Immediately, she's like, did I just shit myself? What's in my ass, bro? And he comes around the corner. I'd be like, oh, no. No, please. I feel like, what did he do to my ass?
You already know what's going to happen.
He's like, I'm fucking your ass, Blake. She's like, oh. So he ties her to the bathroom counter.
Which, how is that even possible?
I don't know. He like I guess her arms are like down, like underneath, tied to the
doors.
And her head is like there, and he's like, she's like looking at herself in the mirror. And he's like, I want you to look at yourself when I'm fucking your ass.
Sure.
That's traumatizing. Guys, that's traumatizing.
That is traumatizing.
Yeah. So,
she's already scared.
Yeah, he takes it out. He takes out the butt plug. And he fucks her ass.
Yeah.
Homegirl's crying. She's in tears.
And he takes that booty.
He takes it, yeah. And he's like, it's okay.
She's mine!
She's mine! Well, what is it? Thee shall be mine. Okay, so... I guess getting fucked up the ass made her fall in love with him. Because as soon as they get back to Pennsylvania, they're married.
They get married.
They like immediately go to a church and sign the papers. They're married. And then they're having like, I forgot it was like a l.o.r.d. celebration of some sorts. It was like a party, a l.o.r.d. party. And she's going back to her room and Matt corners her. And Matt ends up telling her that Riot paid $500,000 for her, and that he's been tracking her. He's been like blocking her calls so that she doesn't get any calls.
He spills all the tea.
Yeah. So she takes her ring off. She leaves her phone, her purse, everything.
Everything that she knows has like a tracker on it.
She leaves it, and she calls Riot from a different number, and is basically like, "I'm leaving, and you're not gonna find me." So Riot goes crazy.
He fucking loses it.
He starts going crazy.
He like starts like going on the tracking devices, like trying to see where the fuck she is. He notices that she left everything.
Yeah, she really disappeared.
Yeah.
She turned it back on him. So I don't remember where she went. She went somewhere, but she's a server and she works at a bar. I don't even know how much like time has passed by. I think like a few weeks. Yes, I think it was like 3 weeks.
3 weeks.
She's a server at a bar. She dyes her hair black. She calls herself Ray now. Her name is Ray. She has a whole life in 3 weeks. And this guy is hitting on her in the bar. And he's like, "Oh, baby, like, you look good, this and that, blah, blah." And he's like, why don't we meet up after this? And she's like, "No, like, I need to work." And he's like, "Come on, sexy mama." He calls her sexy mama, bro. How old is this man?
Probably 40s, 50s is what
Probably
I'm thinking.
50. It's giving 50s.
It's giving 50s. It's giving 50s.
He's like, "Sexy mama." So whatever. She says no. And she's alone at the bar. She's taking out the trash. And when she goes to take out the trash, this motherfucker is there.
Shows up.
Yes. And she's like, "I told you no." And he's like, "Oh, come on." He's like, "You think I don't know who you are?" She's like, "You're Blakely Ray Archer. You're Riot's wife. And I'm gonna fucking kill you." And she's like,
She's like, "I knew I should have married that motherfucker."
Oh, bro. She's like, "Riot, who's that? I never heard of that man in my whole life."
Archer?
Archer?
Nah.
Sorry, no. I'm Blakely Ray Anderson.
Yeah.
I'm not Archer. Well, he's like all up on her, and all of a sudden, like, his neck gets slit. She's like, that's in the face. And she sees Riot. So Riot saved her. And
what a good
like, wow.
husband.
Yeah, wow.
What a good husband.
He killed for her.
Yeah.
So
he really saved her.
He takes her back, of course.
I'd be like, green flag. That's a green flag right there.
Yeah, totally. He slit his neck right in front of me.
Yeah, that's a green flag.
Yeah.
You know, he like rescues me. He's like possessive.
He fucks you up the ass.
Green flags. Green flag. That's all I see. Green.
Hog ties you.
Green.
He snatches you in the middle of the night.
Green
Puts
flag.
you in his car.
Green flags. Green flags. That's all I see.
He tracks you.
That's green. He wants to know where you are. He wants to make sure you're safe.
He blocks your calls.
Again, wants to make sure you're safe.
Okay, so he takes her back, obviously, and now that she's back, she needs to be initiated as a lady, because there's lords and there's ladies. And she's like, okay, for some reason she's into it, like she wants to be a lady.
Yeah, she's gonna do it.
Yeah.
So just like how the guys have to be like
initiated,
so does she.
So do the women. So he takes her, from what I remember, he takes her to his cabin in the middle of the woods. And obviously they end up fucking. They end up making love this time, because he tells her, "I'm falling in love with you, baby. I'm falling in love with you." I don't think she says it yet, though. But obviously she's like in love with this man.
Yeah.
And mind you, how are you guys falling in love with each other? Not enough story has gone on in this book for you to fall in love with this girl. You're in love with her pussy.
It's like the lust.
It's the lust, yeah.
The lust,
it's not love. You don't know her. What's your favorite color, bro? What's your favorite color?
He's probably like, you know that shade when you open up your legs?
Oh.
He's like, your pussy.
The salami color.
That's my favorite color.
Salami. That pink salami color. That's my favorite
He's
color.
like, that's my favorite color. Right there.
What's your favorite movie? He probably doesn't know that. I would love to question these motherfuckers.
They probably don't know. They don't know.
There needs to be a woman lord. To put
in the Lords in the Lord series?
To put these motherfuckers in their place.
Yes, I don't think so. Because like their whole thing is about like male dominance.
Male dominance, bro. Get a female in there. Make them drink water out of a dog bowl.
Oh my god.
Walk them around.
You know how Ray said about the leash? So I'm gonna put you on a leash.
I'll put you on a leash. As they should.
Walk them like a dog.
As they should be. You want to act like a dog? Gonna be walk like one. Okay.
Yeah.
So, after all that, she wakes up and this motherfucker is like, "I don't want to be with you anymore. Here's some divorce papers." And I was like, bro, what the fuck?
He was like, I love you.
He's like,
I love you.
He's like, you're making me go soft.
Yeah.
That can't happen. So you wanted a divorce. Here's the divorce papers. Bye. And he leaves the cabin. And she burns those shits. She's like, no, like, he's mine. now he's mine. She burns the papers. And the door opens. And it's a bitch in a trench coat, bro. And heels. And she's looking at her like...
You know what it is? A trench coat and heels?
She walks with the glass. And it's Cindy, his future wife. Well, was
his future wife.
Was gonna be ex-future wife.
Yeah, ex-fiancé.
And she's like, the fuck are you doing here? And Cindy's looking at her like, the fuck are you? He's like, I'm the owner of this house.
Who are you?
I'm the owner of this house, bitch. They're looking at each other like... So, Cindy tells her, like, who do you think has been taking care of Riot's needs while you've been away? Playing dress up. Dyeing your hair black.
I've been here. In this trench coat.
I've been here, just like this every night.
I've been the owner of this house.
I've been running this shit around here. Oh, yeah. Bro, Blakely looks at her.
She's like, ooh, bitch, you gonna get it.
She grabs her by the hair. Bad Girls Club, bro. Imagine Riot's watching this like, ooh.
He's like, get her, babe, get her.
Get her. She's like, wow, whacking her.
He's like, damn, I knew she loved me.
Damn. So, Riot comes back. Riot comes back and he's like, what you still doing here? Like, we're over, bro. And she's there, bro. She's there in the trench coat.
Yeah,
she took the trench. She liked that shit. Yeah. She was like, she got a good idea. She took
like, I'm taking this shit.
She's like, she's in the bro. She's in the couch like.
You recognize this?
She's like, hello, Riot. Well, he's looking at her like. She's like, what if I told you
that while I was away, I fucked one, not one, two
motherfuckers. I had two dicks inside me at the same time. And she's like, you get pussy with a trench coat? I get dick. What do you think about that?
With no trench coat, I just got this.
Yeah,
I just got this.
This is new. I ordered it. What is it? Prime.
Prime membership.
Amazon Prime.
Same day delivery.
Same day delivery. 2 p.m.
You see a little bit of blood on this? It's okay.
It's jam. Ketchup.
That's the aesthetic. Yeah. That's what it looks like.
Yeah. So anyway,
it's from their Halloween collection.
No, Riot's like. Riot's like, bro,
what the
why are you
fuck?
acting weird? He's like, you see, this is why I divorced you, because you're weird, bro. You're just weird. You're corny. So she's like, oh, you think I'm weird? She gets up and she opens the closet door and she's like, how's that for weird? This girl's in there like,
no trench coat in sight.
No. She's like, how's that for weird, Riot? How's that for weird? Riot is like, what the fuck?
He's like, nah, bro, I turned her fucking crazy.
And then he goes up to Cindy, and because she's gagged, like she's tied, and she's like, Riot, please help me, bro. He grabs this bitch's head and slams it against the wall.
He's like, bitch, shut the fuck up. I can't deal with you right now.
Literally, she knocks out. She's like, oh my god. So, of course, he's like, I like this craziness in you. So he handcuffs again, bro. Again.
Yeah.
I feel like I don't want to see handcuffs ever in my life, bro. In my life. Every time you gotta bring up that. And where are you pulling this shit from? You see what I mean? He has them on him at all times.
Mad trick.
Who?
Magic trick.
Oh, magic trick. I heard mad trick. Mad trick, bro.
You got mad tricks.
Mad tricks, bro, with those handcuffs. I don't know. He always got him on. He got tape on him too, because he always pulling it out.
He's like, he has like
the abyss.
Yeah.
He has the abyss.
It's like a fucking clown car in his fucking pocket.
Yeah. For real. So, as he's fucking her, he's like, oh my god, I missed you.
When, like, not even, like, an hour ago.
He gave her divorce papers. Yeah. So, all of a sudden, Riot's father shows up at the cabin. And she's like, what? And he's like, oh, congratulations, you passed your first initiation. I'm like, oh, you guys got me fucked up, bro. I'm like, you saw what I did to Cindy?
You have no idea what's gonna happen.
That's the top of the iceberg.
So the divorce papers were the first
initiative to see if she would leave him.
Yeah.
And apparently, if she wanted to leave him and she chose to sign those papers, they would have killed her.
They would have killed her. Because she knows everything now. She knows everything.
Oh my god.
Like, bitch is a cult. You can't leave the cult. They kill you. You can't be telling
the secrets.
You can't tell the normal humans.
No, the normal. For
normal.
real, bro.
You can't tell them.
So, Riot leads her to where they're keeping Cindy because they moved her body. And she walks into the room, and Cindy is sitting in a chair in the middle of the room, tied up with a bag over her head. And she's like, whoa. Blakely's like, I mean, I did beat her up, but like, this is going a little too far. It's a little too far. And Riot tells her, like, we found a syringe on her. Like, she was coming to hurt you. And Blakely's like, oh, no, fuck this bitch, bro.
Thank God I fucked her ass up. She's probably
like, give me the knife. The fuck? Well, apparently, Matt has been stalking them and watching them while they fuck. This motherfucker's weird. And he's been working with Cindy, apparently. So, Riot ends up going up to Cindy and he ends up killing her. He kills Cindy.
Eliminates her.
Yeah, and what does Blakely do? She gets wet. Of course she does.
She's like, I feel some.
My pussy throbbing.
I feel some time away.
So there's a table there, and he puts her on the table, and they start fucking. And as they're fucking, this motherfucker goes like, I can't wait to see you pregnant. That's a red flag. You see, even if as a man you think that, do not voice that out loud.
Keep it to yourself.
Woman. I will
keep it to yourself.
Immediately go dry like the Sahara Desert.
He has a breeding kink.
Him, right? He does. Did I miss this?
That's kind of like,
That's a kink. That's part of it.
Yeah, I think so.
Well, after they fuck and he tells her that, he eats her out, and then he spits in her mouth, and he's like, "Taste yourself." Leonette, you dirty dog.
Y'all sharing germs.
Okay, so ever since he found out that Matt was involved in all this shit, he grabs
his
Matt's chosen
girlfriend, whatever the fuck, Ashley.
He grabs Ashley, and of course they tie her up and they start interrogating her. And she reveals that she was in on the whole like Matt.
They were gonna like kidnap her, right?
Yes. Wait.
Matt was gonna kidnap.
Blake. Yes.
And she was in on it too. Yeah. And they were gonna take her.
And then Riot pushes her like tied up in the chair into the baptism pool, and she dies in the baptism pool. That's a very sad way to go.
Yeah. At least he didn't fucking. Honestly, I would have probably gotten my throat slit because it's quicker.
Yeah, but she didn't have a choice.
Yeah. They say that drowning is peaceful though.
Is it?
They say that once your lungs like fill up with water, that it's peaceful.
Oh my god.
Yeah, but I mean, it takes time for your lungs to get filled with water.
Yeah, so. But like to get there to drowning, that's scary.
Yeah, I wouldn't want to.
That's very scary. Okay, so they get back home and they get in the shower and they fuck each other, and this is when each of them tell each other that they love each other. They're like, I love you. Okay.
In the shower.
So, they're asleep and she gets a phone call and it says mine. So it's his phone. And her phone is calling his phone, if that makes sense. So she picks it up. And she's like, bro, like, stop playing around. It's like late at night. And he's like, come down to the basement. So of course she goes down to the basement. You see me, I would put that shit on silent.
Yeah.
Do not disturb and go back to
sleep. Who the fuck? Wait, who like, bro, in the middle of the night, you're answering your phone?
In the middle of the night.
Don't be disturbing my fucking sleep, bitch.
Yeah. But he does.
He does. And of course she fucking listens to him.
Yeah, she does. So she goes to the basement. He chains her on the floor. He gags her. He puts a gag, you know, the gags that are like the duck mouth that it's like open.
You already know what's going on inside there.
You already know.
You already know.
He puts the gag on her. He writes in Sharpie. He draws hearts over her nipples. I don't know why. I don't know why he had to put hearts.
He's like, let me make it a little pretty.
The second part I understand.
Let me make it aesthetic.
Yeah, he writes mine on top of her pussy.
Mm-hmm.
That I understand. But the hearts?
You understand that.
It makes sense.
Okay, makes sense. It makes sense.
But the hearts do not make sense.
Yeah, no.
Why are the hearts there?
He couldn't. There was nothing else to put, so he put
Just
hearts.
write mine.
On the titties too?
No, just down there.
Oh, or he put mine on everything.
Mine on the. He could have put mine on the chest, mine down there. That would have made sense.
Everything.
But the hearts, bro, it sounds to me like you just wanted to draw. So, then of course he puts his wee wee through the hole in the gag.
Of course. His wee wee.
Yeah, his wee wee. He puts it through, and then they end up doing the do. Yeah.
He fucks her for like the fucking 100th time in this book.
Yeah, bro. Honestly, this entire book was just that.
Y'all like smut?
Yeah, but
Read the ritual.
I feel like I've read better smut.
Yeah. It's like, you know, when there's like a lot of smut that it's like, it doesn't really go into detail.
Yeah.
If you want to,
Exactly,
you know what I mean?
Exactly.
That it's like,
all of a sudden he's inside her and that's
she
it.
comes, she finishes.
She comes, yeah.
Next chapter. They're fucking again.
They're doing it again.
Yeah.
He pulls out the handcuffs
Yeah,
again.
he pulls out the handcuffs.
Yeah, that's how it was. That's exactly how it was. So, fast forward. She's getting into her car because I think she was getting something out of her car. And all of a sudden, someone slams her head into the steering wheel. Obviously, we know who that is. And they do it like 3 times.
Yeah.
And
Da da da! 3 times.
like, it sounded just like that, too. Da da da! Just like that. So then, the only thing that she hears is somebody going like, oh my god, like, what happened? And then Ty. Oh, we never talked about Ty. There's another character named Ty.
Yeah.
We'll get into him. If they read the series, they know who Ty is.
Yeah.
But
I read his book.
yeah,
I did.
I know you did.
Yes, I did.
So Ty, Sarah, and Gunnar take her to the hospital. And Ty calls Riot, telling him like, oh, like, just to let you know. He's probably like, shit, bro. They probably like had to do rock, paper, scissors. Who calls him? Who's calling him? And Ty lost. And Ty is like, he's like, I'm just letting you know.
No. Just letting you know.
Bro, she's in the hospital. He's like, what?
You can hear, you put the phone like all the way over here. You hear like,
he's like, yeah, bro. So Riot gets to the hospital and he sees Ty, and he sees Ty like all covered with blood. And he walks into a room and, bro, her face is fucked up, like Scarface,
like nose broken,
yes,
stitches, busted lip, busted everything.
beat the fuck up, like woman versus steering wheel.
He's like, Lee, is that you? She's like, come in here.
She's like, yeah, that's me. He's like, I'm gonna need to check your pussy to make sure it's you.
Is the Sharpie still there?
Bro, it probably is. Let's be honest. So weeks go by, you know, she did her rehab in the hospital and she's fine again. And it's Halloween. You see how like it just keeps going, bro?
Yeah.
Like
she's okay, by the way, guys.
it's like her nose got broken. Next. It's Halloween. They're at a party.
Halloween. She's good now. You know, she's alive.
She's alive. So she hears like moaning from behind the bushes, like, and she's like, what's that? So she goes, and it's Ty. And this girl's sucking him up. And she's watching them. This little
like,
creep. And she's getting turned on. Yeah. So then, like, right when he, like, pulls out his dick, she's like, okay, never mind. So she goes to turn around, but Riot's like, watch. He's like, watch if you want to. So he starts, like, touching her to Ty and this girl. What an invasion of privacy.
Yeah.
And Ty has a piercing on his dick.
Yeah, she saw that. She was like,
since you read the book, where was this piercing?
Where do you think, girl?
On the tip? Ow, bro. No. How long does that take to heal?
Honestly, I don't know if he had a ladder too.
That's a lot of piercings.
I think it was just like the one that's on the head.
How do you like jerk off with that?
You asking the wrong person, girl.
I
have no idea. You probably have to use like extra lube.
You know that instrument from like when we were little kids that you get like a little what's it called? A little stick, and you hit the ding 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 ding, the bells. That like if you had like a Christmas show, you had to ding 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 ding.
Oh, I was gonna say the recorder. It's not the recorder.
No, the little.
I know what you're talking about.
The ding ding ding.
Yeah,
ding.
I don't know. You whack it.
It reminds me of that.
Yeah.
Yeah, little bells. Ding 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 ding. Okay. So, they're back at the cabin, and bro, this girl says she wants to be branded. Because she wants to be a part.
She wants to be a lady.
A lady.
An official lady. Like, nah, I'm okay.
So his ring, he like heats it up in the fire. And he brands her, bro, like under her titty. Like in her rib cage. That's insane. This bitch is crazy. Let a man.
Didn't she want it like on her chest?
Yeah, she wanted it on her boob.
She wanted it on her boob, and he moves.
He's like, nah, bro. He's like, nah. I don't want to see that. Nah. So
fucking crazy bitch.
They're in the cabin, and this is where everything just hits the fan. Matt shows up.
Of course he does.
Surprise. He shows up, and he shows up with a gun, because of course he's gonna show up with a gun.
They always got a gun.
They always
got a gun. Except he's not Zayn.
No.
So we don't want the gun in this scenario.
We know.
No,
I mean, even I didn't want the gun to begin with. But so he's aiming it at her, and he's like, "Oh, like I'm gonna shoot you." And then like he goes to pull the trigger, and Riot jumps in front of her.
Of course, hero style.
He gets shot.
Yeah, he gets shot.
She's like, "Oh my god!" Matt, like.
This is where the tears. I got teary eyed.
You cried?
A little bit.
No.
When he was like on the floor.
Girl, I was in bed like, my God.
That's why.
I was in bed like, this is happening now?
I was like.
Well, he pushes Riot off.
Yeah.
And he drags her out of the house and he sedates her. And she wakes up in a bathroom with Matt and her mother. The one that was like, you need to marry Matt.
Yeah.
Which I don't think I mentioned it, but that's not her real mother. Her biological mother is the one that Matt wanted to grape.
Yeah.
And got killed. That's her real mother. I think she found this out in the hospital. But we just skipped over that because there were more important things to talk about. So, anyways.
Like the handcuffs.
This lady is in the bathroom with Matt. Mm-hmm. And Matt starts telling her to eat. And she's like, I don't want to eat. I'm not hungry. And he starts shoving toast down her throat. Bro, toast? Dry-ass toast?
Dry-ass bread, bro.
She's probably like... what the fuck? And her mom, that's not her mom, is like, Matt, stop it. You don't realize what's going on? She's pregnant. And Matt's like, this fucking whore. Matt says like, I'm gonna kill you and your baby. And she's like, what the fuck? Bro, he literally goes like, that baby?
Doesn't he tell her about it? Doesn't he tell her like, I'm gonna kill that baby? And then doesn't he say like, he's like, then he's gonna fuck her and get her pregnant?
I don't remember.
I swear that he says he's going to rape her.
I just know that he's going to end their lives.
Yeah.
But the mom that isn't her mom convinces him to keep the baby. Because she wants the baby.
Yeah.
She wants the baby.
She wants like a second chance.
Yeah. So she wants the baby. And then back to Riot. Riot is okay. He's in the hospital. Turns out Gunner had pulled up to the cabin and Gunner saved him. And of course, Riot tracks Blakely down. And then, so that's happening. We know that Riot is coming. Mm-hmm. Back to Blakely. Matt tells her that he wants to fuck her and to run because he remembers the fantasies that she used to have. And he's like, you know what? Like, you were right about that.
You were onto something.
Yeah.
You were onto something. I'm feeling this now.
Something was cooking up there. Yeah. And you were right. So he tells her to run, like Zayn Meadows. Yeah. It's like run.
Except it's not Zayn.
It's not sexy.
Again with the gun, again with the running. He ain't Zayn.
It's not sexy this time.
So he needs to sit down.
He's like, run.
Run. He got no hookahs, guys.
No hookahs. What's in our brand?
He got like Skechers.
No, what's the oh my god, what's that brand?
What brand?
Asics. He got Asics.
Asics are good though.
Yeah,
I used
to fuck with Asics too.
He got Skechers.
Skechers.
Let's stick with the Skechers.
So she starts running. Bro, this man catches her like I don't know how many times. But then like she ends up biting down on his nose. Mm-hmm. And he's like, fuck! And she runs again and then he catches her again. But when he catches her again, all of a sudden Tyson is there. Ty. And Ty is like, so now that Riot is dead, this is gonna be my wife. Like they chose her for me. And Matt was like, bro.
He's like, what the fuck? I still didn't get her? Bro, I killed the motherfucker and I still can't keep her?
Yeah, no, you can't. So then Tyson is like, you could keep doing what you want with her, but like, let me join. And Matt's like, all right, bet.
Yeah, when I was reading this, I was like, because, you know, like, I thought Ty was good, you know? And when I'm reading this, I'm like, this fucking piece of shit. I didn't see it coming.
You didn't?
I didn't see it coming.
I saw it coming.
You saw it coming?
Yeah, because he has a book.
You didn't know? Well, yeah.
I
didn't. When I read this, I didn't know.
I did. I knew he had a book, so I saw it coming. Yeah. Obviously, Ty was lying. He was trying to get her away from Matt, so he tells her to run, knowing that she's going to run straight into Riot's arms. So, no. So she runs, and Riot gets her, and he's like, it's okay, it's me, Blakely, it's me. And then, basically, they save the day. Ryan and Ty save the day. And she tells him, she's like, by the way, Riot, I'm having twins.
Not one, but two. Oh, my God.
I would run. If I were Riot, I would disappear. I would go into the abyss.
He's like, let me jump in real quick.
Never sees me again. Twins?
Yeah, right. That motherfucker happy as fuck. He's like,
she's gonna be extra pregnant.
He's
now.
like, I can't wait to see
bro.
Oh, he's like, exactly what I wanted.
Yummy. So they tie Matt up, and bro, before they like walk in to see Matt, they had like fucked in the car, and he takes Blake's underwear and he shoves it in Matt's mouth, and he's like, you wanted a taste of her? There you go. He's like, by the way, I came inside of her 30 minutes ago, so that's not her you're tasting. He's like, that's why they're so wet.
That's mine, baby.
Oh my God.
He's like, there you go.
And then, bro, he literally goes like, I could have come in a cup and forced him to swallow it.
But I didn't.
I
gave him the undies.
You got like the indirect.
Best of both worlds.
Yeah. It's probably crusty already.
Ooh, after 30 minutes?
Yeah, it's probably dried up and crusty.
Starting.
Tastes rancid.
A little salty.
Basically what happens, this is the end of the book, guys. What happens is that Blakely ends up killing her fake mom, the mom that isn't her mom. And supposedly the mom that isn't her mom wanted to get revenge at her dad because her dad was supposedly still seeing her biological mother.
Yeah.
And then her biological mother walks into the room, enter scene, biological mother. And
she didn't die, guys.
She didn't die. She fell down the stairs and everything.
Yeah, she didn't die.
She's alive.
Matt obviously did not check pulse.
No. And he just
first
left
responder,
her there.
he just left her there.
They fucked up. Imagine if it was like someone else and that lady would have survived.
Yeah.
She would have like told everybody who she saw.
I saw this motherfucker.
But it's Blakely's biological mom. Blakely ends up stabbing her fake mom open. Like, I think she like goes and like goes up and like opens her up.
Everything.
Yeah. Her biological mom stabs Matt in the dick and balls. And they hang him up and they hang him.
Yeah.
And that's how he passes away. And
that's a rough way to go.
Yeah.
He deserves it though.
He does.
Yeah.
Bro, and literally that's the end of the book. They live happily ever after.
Happily ever after.
The end.
And then epilogue, and it's like them like years fucking later when like their kids are gonna start going to college.
Was it years? I don't remember.
I think it was like I know that there's an extended epilogue.
Yes, and it was like these two boys, and I was like, I'm not reading this.
You're like, fuck this shit.
Are those the brothers that you told me about?
What brothers?
You had told me like, oh, did you get to the brothers? Are those the brothers?
The Saint brothers?
Oh, that's not them. I just saw two different names, and I'm like, I'm not doing this.
Maybe not. No, those are probably the kids. The kids, girl. I think they have a boy and a girl.
Okay, so yeah, that was probably the kids.
Yeah.
So yeah, guys, that was the end.
That was the ritual.
That was the
very
ritual.
long book. That's why we had to skip some parts.
Yeah. It's not my type of book.
I gave it 4 stars. I liked it. It could have been better. I've read better dark romance.
Okay.
That's how I feel about it.
To me, it was torture.
It wasn't her vibe, guys.
But I'll do anything for you guys.
Yeah.
So, let
that
us
being
know.
said, she's reading God of Malice.
Why you gotta tell them, bro? Like, I was gonna be like, let us know what else you want us to read.
Nah, yeah, she is gonna read Guatemala.
Yeah.
So we have Guatemala coming up.
It should be next.
We have Bridgerton coming up.
Yes. That's good. That's exciting. Finally, I get a historical romance. Finally.
It's not gonna be dark, but it is gonna be spicy as always.
Yes. If you guys didn't know, I'm so into historical romance. I fucking love that shit. We're literally I'm gonna make us tea. I'm gonna make a tea. We're gonna be
tea and crumpets.
Tea and crumpets. Yes. So, if you guys have any other recommendations, just
please
write them in the comments. We love you guys.
Yes. We tend to read what you guys want.
Yeah.
So
whatever makes you guys happy. And
yeah. Until
next time. Bye.
Bye.